Guys, we did it! Oh my god, I cannot believe that we have reached the goal of our Kickstarter. That makes me so happy, and I'm so thankful and grateful for everyone who has supported this. It's definitely been a ride. By the time I put this video online, I think we will still have a few hours to go on the campaign. So if you wanna do any pledges, feel free to still do it. It was all or nothing. And I just want to talk a bit about what it means to me, what it means to us as a company. Yeah, it's definitely been a roller coaster of emotions, this whole campaign. But I'm just really, really, really happy that we have got to a point that we can say, okay, this game is happening and we are making it. I really feel like this part of game development is the hardest. You know, like some people might feel differently. Some people might be like, well, it's easy to have ideas. It's easy to, you know, make a fancy trailer or something. But then how do you actually make the game? And for me, like I know how to make the game, but I don't always know how to fund it. Funding is a huge, huge, huge thing. It's a really weight off my shoulders to be like, okay, I can just sit down. I don't need to look for a job. I can just sit down and work on this. And yeah, that's just huge. And I know Jack feels the same way. Yeah, it is amazing. You know, before I was making video games, I used to wonder like about video game budgets, like so what, this is like this big number with a lot of zeros, right? Especially if you're talking about a AAA game or a medium-sized video game. Like so what do people do with this money? Like what's happening? I know some people must be like, okay, so what do you do with this money? It's not that it's very complicated, but I'm sure some people are like, so what's happening now type of thing. As I said, this just lets us not look for jobs while we're making the game. That's what it means. That's what it means. Let me tell you how long this game is going to take, right? So we already spent half a year on this, and we're going to spend more than half a year on this still. So it's going to mean that we're going to spend, let's say 14 months or something. Multiply that by 2 because we're 2 people. This means that we are spending 28 man months. That's a business term, is it? We're going to spend 28 man months on this video game. And you know, that's expensive. Like I just looked up the median salary for a junior game developer, like an annual salary, how much a junior game developer makes in the US, for example, and you'll get a number like 60,000 or $70,000. And what we're doing is basically 25,000, and we're trying to pay so many more man months out of this £25,000. That should probably make it clear that we're not rich, we're not well off on this project. Although it just means that this game can be a reality. Like we weren't kidding when we were saying, look, like we don't know how to make this game if this Kickstarter doesn't go through. That was reality. Now we can just sit down, pay ourselves a little bit of money, and then just work on this. And that is amazing. You know, that's all you want as a creative person is the time, is the luxury to sit down and just work on your passion project. That's all you need as a creative person. Thanks to all of our supporters, this has become a reality, and I cannot overstate how important this is. It's been a really tricky few months before the Kickstarter for the company. We were considering all sorts of things, but yeah, we just had to push through with this horror game, and now we get to live for another day, which is what matters, right? We get to make another passion project, and really do believe me that this game could not have happened without you. So there's a reason why when you support a Kickstarter, your name gets into the credits. There's a reason for that, because it wouldn't happen if you didn't support it. There's always other possibilities that, like, oh well, maybe we could go to a publisher and ask them for money, or maybe we could take a loan or whatever. You know, there's a lot of money options out there. Maybe like we could get a state funding or something, although we tried some state funding and it didn't go through. So maybe that wasn't an option at all. I think the coolest thing about Kickstarter is that you are going straight to the person who is passionate about the project. You know, my dad was asking me like, hey, so how does this Kickstarter thing work? So do they get a share in the project? Do you have to pay them later? Like, why do they give you money? And it kind of gave me an idea of like, yeah, this is kind of amazing, isn't it? Like, people are just trying to make sure that this project can happen, and that's why they give the money. Of course, we have some cool rewards, like we're going to put some people in the game, we're going to give credits, we have a lot of creative ideas about how to give you the best rewards that we can give. But it's just, we just need to sit down and make a game, and that is amazing. So it is quite different from the relationship you have with a publisher, where the publisher is always asking you if they're going to make their money back, right? Well, even if they don't verbalize this, you know that that's what they're thinking about. So it is quite a different thing to be like, hey, we have this concept, we would really like to make it, would you like to help us make it? And then here are the rewards, you know, does that work for you? And then it worked out, you know. So it's I know I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but like, I just cannot overstate that this has made Abide exist. Also, what this Kickstarter campaign kind of did for me as well is, it's been a while since I put a camera on my face, and I had a lot of like doubts about that. But the whole thing of putting myself out there has been going okay as well. Like, I only had one negative comment, but I had plenty of positive comments and likes and stuff. So it also meant that I could have a voice online, I suppose, without being as shy as I normally am. So I am quite thankful about that as well. Thanks for not like hating me. Thanks for that. The other thing is, March is going to be kind of a crazy month of moving houses for me. I actually pre-recorded some videos to put on YouTube. This is a very celebration type of video, right? But the mood is going to change back to middle of Kickstarter, Talha thinks about life and stuff. Because I recorded like 4 videos. I did all of it in one night, and I just kept recording, right? And it goes about like mental health and the promise of indie game development. It's just a lot of abstract topics that I talked about that doesn't directly relate to Abide. Yeah, I'll just be putting those videos online as I'm trying to deal with the moving and everything. Thanks for all the support. I need to go, guys, because I need to get ready to make a game called Abide. Thank you very much. Bye.
Stop motion first person narrative experience. Stop motion first person. Do you see that mountain? You can go there. Do you see that mountain? You can go there. Melting point for technology and creativity. Developers, 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 developers. Wow.